How do we delete records from our table? We use the delete SQL command to delete existing records from a table. And it is possible to delete either a single record or multiple record at the same time, depending on how we use the where clause. Let's switch over to our SQL Server to see how this is done. I'm going to open a new query box and let's say deleting records from our table. And let's print out the penguin table. Right. So we have our penguin table. And let's say we want to delete some records. So let's start with just deleting one record from our table. Let's say Sassy the fairy penguin has been adopted. And even though for record purposes, we should still keep Sassy's information in our database. But you know what, we just want to delete it. We don't need that record anymore. And we'll like to delete that record. How do we do that? So similar to, when we made updates to our table, before you delete any record, the first thing you want to do is to print out that record. So let's print out, select all from penguin. I would say where name. Now, if we use name here, name equals Sassy, because we have multiple Sassys. So this is going to print out both Sassy. So we have Sassy the northern rockhopper, and we also have Sassy the fairy penguin. And the penguin that has been adopted is the Sassy the fairy penguin. So we know the penguin ID is unique, and this is why sometimes using a name or columns that the information was supplied, for instance, by the user might not be the best way. Then that's why we created our own penguin ID, because it is distinct for each penguin. So in this situation, the best way would be to use the penguin ID, because if we were to, and maybe we should try that actually. So what we'll do first is, let's say let's look at this again. Let's delete Bella. Okay. So where name is, let's say Bella, because we want to do just a single record first, and then we'll work our way through to multiple records. Okay, so we have select all from penguin, where name is Bella, and now we want to delete Bella. So the keyword is delete. And once you type delete, then the next thing is you want to say delete from penguin where name equals Bella. So we have the keyword delete, and then the next word will be from the table where we want to delete from, penguin where name equals Bella. And when we run this, and let's now take a look at our table. And now we see that before we had 12 records, now we have 11 records. And if we look at our names, we don't have Bella anymore because that has been deleted. So now let's delete using a name again. So we're going to delete Sassy, delete, let's select all from penguin where name equals Sassy. Okay, so we have two Sassys, and when we go ahead to delete, and this is where we have to be careful, because if we were to just delete by name, this would simply delete all the Sassys that's in our table. And if that's not what we're trying to do, then we would end up deleting a record that we don't intend deleting. So delete from penguin where name equals, and this is fine as well, Sassy. Okay, so once we do this, 2 rows affected. So now if we If we select this, because we don't have sasses anymore, it's been deleted. And just to print out our full table, select all from Penguin. So now we have 9 records, but sasses has been deleted. Another thing you want to be careful of is when you use the delete command, if you don't use the where clause, it really just deletes all the records within the table. So if we were to type delete from Penguin, so if we don't include any any where clause, this is actually going to delete all of the records in our Penguin table. And let's not delete the Penguin table, but let's see. I believe in our previous, let's say use, I believe the company database, so use company, and we had a table we created. Select all from, I believe it's recorded a dog table. And that's if you've not deleted it already or dropped the database. So we have this table. So let's say we decide to delete, you make the mistake of just typing delete from dog, even though we didn't include like a star. This is going to delete all of our dog table. So let's execute. So it says 7 rows affected. So now if we select all from dog, now we have an empty shell. So we just have the columns. There is no longer data within the table. And this is the difference between using the delete command and the drop command. The drop command that we used earlier on drops the whole table. So pretty much the table itself has been deleted. But with the delete command, we still have the schema, so we can always still enter in new records into this table. But if we use the drop table, dog, this drops or deletes everything, including the schema. So now if we were to select all from dog, they should tell us that there is no object named dog because that has been deleted or that has been totally dropped. So the difference between the drop command and the delete command is the delete command deletes the records, while the drop command deletes the table itself. Okay, so let's just switch back to our Penguin database because this was just to illustrate. Okay. So let's perform one more delete command. Let's delete all penguins with color gray. So we want to delete all our gray colored penguins. So as usual, first we select all from penguin where color equals gray. Okay. So Mel, Frosty, and Dexter are all gray colored penguins. To delete, we'll delete from penguin where color equals gray. And one mistake I know people tend to make, or students that are just learning to code, especially when it comes to delete, is that because we're used to including star to represent all, oftentimes you could make the mistake of now adding star right there. But if you do this code won't work. So you want to make sure you don't include star there. So the command is just delete from penguin where color equals gray. Okay, and 3 rows affected. And now if we Print out our table from Penguin. Now we're left with 6 records.